Welcome back to Arsenal News TV, and today we are going to look at the 4 latest Arsenal news. The first Arsenal news is that Christian Falk has confirmed an Arsenal update, as he confirms Premier League forward wants to sign for Arsenal instead of Bayern Munich, as Arsenal look to complete the signing of World Cup Germany international and Chelsea attacker Kai Havertz. Chelsea star Kai Havertz wants to stay in the Premier League and sign for Arsenal instead of joining German champions Bayern Munich this summer. The Gunners have been very active in this transfer window. Declan Rice is their priority and they've already made a bid to sign him. The surprise target, however, is Havertz. Edu has tabled a bid to sign him as well. Arsenal face competition from Bayern Munich for Havertz's signature this summer, and Christian Falk has some good news for the Gunners. Here's what he wrote in his column on Court Offside. Nobody really expected Arsenal or any other big club to be interested in signing Kai Havertz this summer. The German has been really poor for Chelsea over the last 3 years. Yes, he scored the winner in the Champions League final against Manchester City, but he hasn't done much else, has he? However, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich and Arsenal all still see something in him that they think is really good, and Mikel Arteta is keen to sign him this summer. Thomas Tuchel, who managed Havertz at Chelsea and compared him to Dennis Bergkamp, wants him too, but Falk has claimed that the German forward prefers a move to Arsenal in the coming days. He said, "Another name being discussed in the corridors of power in Munich is an interesting one for both Chelsea and Arsenal, Kai Havertz." Thomas Tuchel is considered a big supporter of Kai Havertz, and the German striker's name was also mentioned at the recent task force meeting. However, Havertz is said to prefer a move to Arsenal if Real Madrid don't intensify their interest in him. Havertz is a very good player, but we think he has been wrongly used at Chelsea. The German, branded as outstanding by Joe Cole, has played half of his games for the Blues as a centre-forward. It is a position he can play in, but we don't think that's the best role for him at all. If Arsenal get him, we think Mikel Arteta will use him as a left-sided number 8, the same position Granit Xhaka thrived in last season. It will be interesting to see how Havertz will fare at Arsenal if they can sign him in the coming days. The second Arsenal news is that Fabrizio Romano has confirmed an Arsenal update, as he confirms Leicester City set asking price for Arsenal transfer target Timothy Castagne, as Arsenal look to complete the signing of World Cup Belgium international and Leicester City defender Timothy Castagne. Leicester City have set a modest asking price for Arsenal transfer target Timothy Castagne. The Gunners are keen to sign a new right-back this summer after they ended last season with Thomas Partey forced to play in an unfamiliar role. Mikel Arteta is hopeful that Takahiro Tomiyasu will return to full fitness in time for the start of pre-season and provide competition for Ben White, who made the right-back role his own last season. White, however, was signed to play at centre-half when he joined the club nearly 2 years ago from Brighton, and with Cedric Soares set to depart this summer and Kieran Tierney also likely to leave, Arteta wants experienced cover at fullback. The Foxes, relegated from the Premier League last season, will not stand in Castagne's way should a suitable offer arrive and will, according to Fabrizio Romano, find it hard to turn down a bid in the region of €15 million. Arsenal are yet to enter into negotiations with the Foxes and face a race against time to compete for his signing, with Juventus showing significant interest. The Serie A giants are equally keen to sign a new right-back and had already sounded out Real Madrid over Lucas Vazquez, only to be told the Spain international is not for sale. The third Arsenal news is that Sasha Tavaleri has confirmed an Arsenal update, as he confirms Bukayo Saka's agent could now help Arsenal sign £45 million midfielder, as Arsenal look to complete the signing of Belgium international and Southampton midfielder Romeo Lavia. Arsenal have reportedly turned their attention to Romeo Lavia, and the young midfielder is represented by the same agent as Bukayo Saka. The Gunners are being very active in this summer's transfer window. They've already tabled bids for both Declan Rice and Kai Havertz, and it looks like they'll make a move for another talented player soon. The Guardian reported yesterday that Lavia is a target for Arsenal now, and journalist Sasha Tavaleri has shared the latest on the situation. Arsenal sporting director Edu Gasper is a busy man these days. The Brazilian is working extremely hard to strengthen Mikel Arteta's side in this window, and midfield remains their priority. Rice is the top target, and many believed Moises Caicedo was the other name on the list. Arsenal, however, withdrew their interest in the Ecuador international, and The Guardian claim that Romeo Lavia is the man they are trying to bring in. He is reportedly valued at £45 million. Now, Tavolieri has backed that claim. He revealed yesterday that Arsenal's interest is real and the Gunners could have an edge in the race to sign him because of Emeka Obasi, the agent who represents Lavia, and also Bukayo Saka, who signed a big new contract just a few days ago. The journalist tweeted, "Emeka Obasi's persuasive power inside Arsenal FC has been increasing after Bukayo Saka renewal, and these relationships could give a little advantage to push AFC Lavia's deal. Interest is real, but I understand that Chelsea, who met fathers Lavia, still believe in his chances." Emeka Obasi's Elite Project Group Limited represents a number of top Premier League players. Saka, as we told you, is one of them, while Jadon Sancho, Eddie Nketiah, Folarin Balogun, and Alex Iwobi are all on their client list as well. Romeo Lavia too is represented by Obasi, and the agent's strong relationship at Arsenal, which has apparently grown following Saka's contract extension, could prove to be really beneficial. Lavia, who has been branded as an incredible player, would be a fantastic signing for Arsenal this summer. The final Arsenal news is that Sport has confirmed an Arsenal update, as they confirm Arsenal want to sign incredible Premier League star this summer, but won't pay more than £26 million for him, as Arsenal look to complete the signing of World Cup Portugal international and Manchester City defender Joao Cancelo. Arsenal are not prepared to spend more than £25.7 million to sign Joao Cancelo this summer, with the defender set to leave Manchester City, that is according to a report from Sport, which suggests that the Portuguese does not feature in Pep Guardiola's plans after spending the second half of last season on loan with Bayern Munich. Joao Cancelo has seen his stock fall quite considerably, it seems. He had previously helped redefine the fullback role. Nevertheless, the citizens are ready to let him leave, and Sport notes that Arsenal are admirers. However, they are not prepared to spend big on him in this window. In fact, the report from the Spanish outlet suggests that the Gunners will pay no more than £25.7 million for the 29-year-old. You would imagine that Manchester City will be holding out for a lot more. They paid £60 million to bring Cancelo to the Etihad Stadium, but they are in a tricky position. It is abundantly clear that he has little future with the Premier League champions. And teams such as Arsenal will probably be aware of that fact, so they may feel that they are in a strong position to dig their heels in the hope that City realise that they need to offload him one way or another. If Arsenal were able to strike a deal, it would have the potential to be an absolute masterstroke. He is an incredible player with the ability to play in both fullback roles. And Arsenal certainly need further depth in those positions ahead of their Champions League return. It will do Cancelo no favours to still be at City next year. So perhaps Arsenal will be rewarded for their stance. Do you know the Arsenal news on Declan Rice? You will enjoy this video on your screen too.